Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F124 career mode. And you see that? That is an AI mistake. After the 1.3 patch, they have been added, and I am now happy to resume my career mode uploads. If you haven't seen the last one from Spain, I urge you to go back and check that one out before you see this one. Right then, there will be a further delay, I'm sorry to say. This one will be coming out on Friday, and there will be a further delay until Tuesday for more uploads. The reason being, I am away until Monday, so normal uploads will resume Tuesday, but between today and Tuesday, I will be taking a break for a few days. Anyway, it's time to qualify for this Austrian career mode race, taking turn 1 quite nicely. Could have done with a bit more outside apex, but that'll do nicely for now. Going up the hill towards turn 3. The little kink there is 2, and how do we take that? It seems to be decent. We're not as up on Hadjar as we want to be, however, so we need to find something in the last 2 sectors. Powering down the straight, heading towards the hairpin, and I like this circuit. I really enjoy driving this circuit. It's one of my favourites on the calendar, and we always tend to go well in career modes here. Heading to the double left-hander. This is a bit of a tricky one, because you never quite know where the right place to turn in is. You just got to guess it half the time and hope and trust in your instinct. Right, we've got that okay, and I think we have found a little bit in sector 2. We're now coming up towards the double right here. First one's a faster one. You got to brake a bit for the second, but still take a reasonable amount of speed. And we're now heading for the line. What is it going to be? It is fast enough for pole, so we will take pole position for this Austrian Formula 2 race. And I'm happy to be taking pole. But look at the gap, 0.3 of a second. That just shows it was a strong lap. Behrman getting second, Porsche getting third, and then it's Martins Deruvula rounding out your top 5. 2 races ahead of us. Let's do this.
So today, the sprint race, no pit stops, just full on pace. It's all about speed, daring, and sheer driving skill. What, I wonder, is in store for us today? So Spielberg is one of the shortest laps on the F2 calendar, just 10 corners, 7 right and 3 left. Look out for the uphill. And we welcome you to the Formula 2 commentary box. I'm Alex Jakes, alongside me for this one, Alex Brundle. It is a sprint race, it is race day. How much can you take from that 1-lap pace into our multi-lap contest today?
Try to leave reverse in the pit lane if you possibly can. You do not want to be going backwards from the front row of the grid. This is the moment where some drivers are able to snatch points they won't be able to later on.
Here we go then, 14 laps of a sprint race ahead of us. What can we do from here? We are underway at the Red Bull Ring, and it's not the best of starts because look at our left. Richard for sure just powering straight through us. And on my left as well, we've got another car going around the outside. I think that's Jack Doohan. Jack Doohan gaining a place there, so we're down to P12. It's not the strongest of starts that we could have had, but we now need to try and find a way past Doohan. Look how... this does not look good, does it? It looks like an accident waiting to happen. Thankfully, everybody getting through there, but look at the momentum Doohan had by going round the racing line on the corner. We went to the inside and lost a heap of time, and if anything that might make us vulnerable to Benavides behind, but Benavides, he does kind of stick his nose up the inside, but nothing in doing there. Lap 1 of 14, so we have dropped 2 places. Coming up to finish the first lap, we are all over the back of Jack Doohan, all over him. And is there going to be a way through into turn 1? We definitely got the run there. Arthur Leclerc sets the fastest lap of the race, so we must be leading the way at this stage. Doohan going very defensive, and we're not particularly close, so it's surprising to see Doohan going that defensive when there's nothing really to defend. But we're getting back into the slipstream, hoping there's a way through into 3. I don't think there is. We're going to have a little cheeky look. Someone's locked up, but I think no harm done there. And no, there is no way through Doohan just yet. So we need to be a bit more patient and wait it out. End of lap 2. Hauger sets the fastest lap. We're trying once again to get past Doohan, but he's defending before we're even alongside or trying to get alongside. And I'm trying to get a little up and under at turn 1, but that's not worked out. We've now got DRS, but that's going to be helping Doohan as well, because he is going to have DRS, and we are not going to be able to do anything about Doohan here. I am having a little look, and I'm just going to overshoot that. The car wasn't going to stop in time for that, and Doohan just says, you know what, mate, I can do this all day, mate. That's the worst Aussie accent I've ever done. Right, we've got a yellow flag behind us, and I think that's a car pulling over to retire. So retirements are back since the 1.3 patch. So that's good news to see that we've got that back into the game. And Enzo Fittipaldi is your driver out of the race. Here's a replay though, and I think that's Clement Novalak going off the circuit, making a mistake. No, it's Stanek. Sorry, it's Stanek, because Novalak has a moment later. Right, we're now watching Jack Doohan and riding with myself once again as we try and find a way past the Alpine Academy driver. We sweep round the outside and get that move done. Up into P11. Right, next target is Behrman and Vachon, but Doohan's coming straight back at me. Doohan's having a look down the inside. Is he going to make that work? He might do. Someone else is locked up there, and I've gone deep in sympathy. And now Doohan is alongside us. We're side by side, going down the straight. How is this going to work out? Doohan trying to edge his car ahead. We're trying to keep the momentum and stay on the left for the line. And we're going to try and sweep round the outside. That's not worked though, because we've got a bit deep. Doohan is still there, still side by side with me. Doohan is like a boomerang. You throw him away, he just keeps coming back. Down the inside we go, Doohan on the outside. And we just hold on to the position. That was great racing, wasn't it? That was great fun racing. Right, now we need to get on with it. If we're going to set our sights on Vachon and Behrman in front of us, we've got a fastest lap, so I want to try and get a point. Someone's got off there. It's Jehan Daruvla with the most unsafe rejoin I've ever seen. Rejoining straight into my path. We had nowhere we could have got it that time. How is that not an unsafe penalty? I do not know. But wow, okay. That's done me a bit of damage as well, so I'm not overly pleased with that. Jack Doohan's now trying to have a go at Jehan Daruvla, and I was thinking of a little dive up the inside of both of them, but that would have just ended in a three-way collision, so not willing to deal with that. We're now tucking into the back of Daruvla. Can we go round the outside of Jehan? That's what we're trying to do. He's got the inside, we've got the outside. I've gone deeper because I wasn't expecting the car to feel like that, but obviously we have got damage. We're now side by side with Daruvla. We're going to force the issue down the inside here, and that is how you get the overtake done. I'm not happy at this stage. I'm really not happy with that rejoin, and we've got a bit wide there. Just for good measure, but we've still got half the race to go, so we might be able to still make something of this race yet. You never know. Anything could happen, especially in FIA Formula 2. It usually does end in chaos. Right, we're now back on the back of Jack Doohan, and I feel like I've just spent my entire race looking at that rear wing of the Australian driver as we now head up the hill towards turn 3. Is there going to be a move on down the inside? No, because Doohan's covering. Right, this might give us a chance here if we don't go too deep. We have gone a little bit deep. Doohan's got a good run out of the corner though, but we're going to try and have an even better run. Doohan gets ahead, but we're now back in the slipstream. Back with the DRS. We switch to the inside. Down the inside of 4 we go. We are going to go a bit deep, and Doohan will just try and take that back, but he's still alongside us. We're still side by side. No, Doohan just has it. Now Doohan covers the inside for the left-hander. He's got a bit deep though. That's going to compromise his run, and we should be able to stick it down the inside here. We do stick it down the inside, and we get the move done. I was proud of that, so let's have a look at that from the TV camera. It just looked a lot easier than it was, didn't it? And meanwhile, we're now seeing a replay of Novalak having a lock-up and just going off the circuit. And that rejoin is also questionable. Porsche having to back out. But we weren't able to catch up in the end. We have to settle for 10th. But that is still enough to claim a fastest lap point. So we'll take that.
And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Well then, that concludes another excellent race.
Well, sprint races are basic, aren't they? And that's why we like them. Set them all going and let them have at it. And they really showed the racecraft and pace that you need to win them.
And look at that, they're making their way out onto the podium now. Great race from the MP Motorsport team, and I'm very happy to see them up there on the top step of the podium. After all this drama,
So Dennis Hauger is your winner again. Vesti gets second. Iwasa third. Arthur Leclerc has to settle for fourth. Victor Martins is fifth. Behrman sixth. I'm seventh. Well, I'm not seventh, but I got a fastest lap point. For sure was seventh. And Théo Pourchaire gets the final point in eighth. Novalak gets ninth, and we get 10th and the fastest lap. So we've got a point for that. That is very good. That point could be critical. Every single one of them counts, especially even though we do have a substantial lead. Every single point counts. It takes one race to change everything in Formula 2. What can we do in the feature race? Let's do this.
Here we are amidst the dense forest and rolling hills of Spielberg in Austria, just 2 hours out of Vienna. It's an amazing destination for the race today, and we're about to get started. Spielberg is a very short lap, one of the shortest we'll see in this Formula 2 championship. 7 rights and 3 lefts make up the 10 corners of the circuit. The left-hand kink of turn 2 leading into the up. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sunshine lines up on pole position, and it's Ollie Behrman in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Pourchaire, Martins, Jehan Daruvala, Novalak, Iwasa, Hauger, Vesti, Arthur Leclerc, Verschoor, Doohan, Brad Benavides, Zane Maloney, and Boschong, Stanek, Miney, Amory Cordial, Fittipaldi, Crawford, Hadjar, and Roy Nissany completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out. It is the Formula 2 race.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
We have 20 laps in front of us of this FIA Formula 2 feature race. What can we do here? Starting from pole, we are underway here in Austria. I'm going across to cover Behrman early, but Behrman's not got that great a start. But it's Pourchaire from row 2 who gets the getaway and leads into turn 1, and we nearly lose the back going round turn 1. So that was a bit of a surprising step out that I wasn't quite expecting. Behrman is now on my left. I'm not going to try and fight him too hard. He's going to get through here, I think. We're going to try and get down the inside. No, I back out of that one because Behrman will get the run anyway, getting out the corner, less tight than we are. So the top 3 is Pourchaire, Behrman and myself. Iwasa and Martins are behind us at this stage. And I'm trying to keep up with the leading battle of Behrman and Pourchaire. But P3, not a bad place to start. I'm quite happy with that. And we'll see how the race unfolds. Now, Jack Doohan is retiring from the race, and he's gone into Arthur Leclerc. So, There's going to be debris on the track and a car retiring. No surprise to see the virtual safety car is out. Now, in F2, you cannot pit under the virtual safety car and count it as your mandatory stop. So if you get a virtual safety car, you cannot pit under it. You still have to pit again to make your mandatory stop. And the virtual safety car is ending on lap 3. I was trying to catch these two off guard a little bit. It didn't really work out. We're still about a second and a half behind Oliver Bearman, so we're just stuck in P3 for the time being, but we're going to see what we can do. We're going to push hard and give it everything at this stage in the race. Lap 4, and I can just about make them out battling in front. Bearman's going for it, and that's going to help even more because Pourchaire has just locked up into the corner, and Bearman is going to try and go down the inside, but he doesn't quite have the momentum to do it. Pourchaire carrying the momentum and making sure that he can stay ahead. So we're stuck in P3 for now, and I'm pushing to try and catch up, but it's just not happening, is it? It's really not happening. Those two are quite fast, and we're struggling a little bit for pace here. So we're just going to have to wait this one out and bide our time as we head into the second left-hander. We got it a little bit wide there, and we're on the gravel, and we're nearly losing it. And through goes Iwasa. And I think Victor Martins might go through. No, it's Clement Novalak who gets us both. Novalak now looking at Iwasa for third. That was a big mistake that we couldn't afford to make. And now Victor Martins having a look down the inside of the final corner. He just sort of half stuck a nose down the inside. So there was nothing in doing in that. Now Novalak's having a look at Iwasa. Can we get them both down the inside? Not quite. Now Novalak gets back past, but we have got past Ayumu Iwasa and moved up into 4th place, but we are still going to try our luck with Novalak, and we nearly lose it because we tap him because we have so much momentum with the DRS. That's now made us go wide. Iwasa's stuck his nose up the inside. We're side by side with Iwasa now, going down the straight. Are we going to be able to hold Iwasa off? He's really going for it. I'm trying to force him in tight. But Iwasa, I think he backs out of that one. No, he doesn't. He's still got a nose up the inside. Side by side, going around the sweeping right into the left-hander. But we're going to have the inside line, and we keep P4. Great racing there between myself and Iwasa. And you might ask, how are we going to get past Novalak? It wasn't a problem in the end. We managed to get him in the pits. And now we're going to have to try and chase down Pourchaire and Bearman for the lead of the race. And as much as I'm pushing and we are catching, it is very, very slow progress. So we might just have to wait this one out. Right, here we go. This is Pourchaire and Bearman. And Bearman is really making a go for the lead here. Here comes Oliver Bearman down the outside of 3. Pourchaire covers the inside. Bearman goes to the outside. Bearman trying to sweep round. Has Bearman got it done? Not quite yet. Pourchaire is hanging on there. They're side by side down the straight. Pourchaire not giving this one up easy. He's going to have the inside into 4. And Bearman might just have to back out here. Bearman does not back out. They stay side by side. He gets such a good exit round the right-hander. And now Bearman has the inside line. Pourchaire might have to back out. He doesn't yet. He's still fighting it. But I think Pourchaire now will have to concede and does so. Bearman takes the lead. But a couple of laps later, here comes Pourchaire. Pourchaire has decided he wants that lead back. He's not just going to let Bearman take it like that. Round the outside goes Pourchaire. They go side by side down the straight. And I think Pourchaire has got it. Yes, Pourchaire has taken the lead back from Oliver Bearman. That's a battle and a half, isn't it? But unfortunately, we were not able to catch up to the battle. And we are going to have to settle for third in this race. It was a little bit lonely out there racing in P3 by myself. Daruvla and Vesti will complete the top 5. But coming round the right-hander, does Bearman fancy another look? No. If only we had one more lap, I might have been able to get involved with this battle. But it's Théo Pourchaire who wins. Oliver Bearman gets second, and we take third.
Yes, great drive, great drive. Everyone here is really happy with that performance. Well done, mate.
great win then for the ART team today.
Alex, it's so hard when you've had a mental knock to recover and take victory like that, especially at this level. Brilliant stuff.
An amazing race today, and a very well-deserved one too. The team worked very hard to get exactly the right setup out of the F2 car. It works for them, and the results speak for themselves. ARTGP winners today. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next
Well,
race.
that was a lot of
We
fun,
hope to
wasn't
see you
it? But
there.
it's Pourchaire who wins, Behrman gets second, we take a podium in P3, then it's Deruvela 4th, Vesti 5th, Martin 6th, Novalak 7th, Halga 8th, Zane Maloney finally getting his first points of the season in 9th, the boy from Barbados doing a good job, and in P10 it's Arthur Leclerc. So again, keeping very consistent, another podium, helps us extend the lead in the championship, so I'm happy with that. I will take that. We now lead the standings by 33 points over Victor Martins, and it's Behrman, Pourchaire, Deruvela rounding out the top 5. Well, thank you for watching this instalment of Career Mode. Don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button for more content from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe, TTFN, ta-ta for now, take care. Career Mode uploads resume on Tuesday.